Welcome. Before we start, I want you to do something for me. Think about a big goal you have. Maybe it's starting a business, getting in incredible shape, or writing a book. Now, close your eyes for a moment and picture it. Imagine the success, the feeling of accomplishment, the applause. Feels good, right? Now here's my question for you, and I'd love to see your honest answers in the comments. Have you ever been told that this exact exercise, this vivid daydream of success, is the key to achieving your goals? That if you can see it, you can be it? Let me know. Because today, we're going to challenge that idea. We're going to explore the profound, counterintuitive reason why daydreaming of success might be the very thing that's holding you back. For decades, the self-help and personal development world has preached a singular gospel: the power of positive visualization. From The Secret to countless motivational speakers, we've been told that our minds are powerful magnets. The doctrine is simple. If you want to be successful, you must first create a detailed, vibrant, and emotionally charged picture of that success in your mind. The theory goes that by repeatedly visualizing your desired outcome, you're programming your subconscious mind. You're aligning your energy with your goals, and in doing so, you begin to attract the opportunities and resources necessary to make them a reality. It's an appealing idea because it feels proactive, yet requires no physical effort. It's clean, simple, and intoxicatingly optimistic. We're told that top athletes do it, CEOs do it, and if we want to join their ranks, we should do it too. But what if this bedrock principle of self-improvement is built on a psychological sandcastle? What if in the real world, this advice doesn't just fail to help, it actively hurts? Let's invert this. What are the hidden costs of indulging in these fantasies of success? The core of the problem lies in a critical flaw in our brain's wiring. It has a hard time distinguishing between vivid imagination and actual accomplishment. Psychologists, led by Gabriele Oettingen at New York University, have conducted numerous studies on this phenomenon. Their findings are startling. When you engage in what they call positive fantasizing, that is, daydreaming about a desired future, your brain can be tricked into feeling the satisfaction of having already achieved it. Think about that. The very act of visualizing your success sends signals to your brain that are remarkably similar to the signals it would receive upon actually succeeding. Your blood pressure can lower, your mind calms, and you experience a pleasant, low-energy state. You get a premature dose of the reward. And what happens when you feel like you've already made progress? Your motivation to do the hard, often tedious and uncomfortable work required for real progress plummets. You've experienced the emotional payoff without paying the price of effort. Your brain, in a sense, says, "Job well done. We can relax now." This isn't speculation. It's been measured. In one study, students who were asked to fantasize positively about acing an exam studied less and performed worse than those who didn't. In another, participants who fantasized about a successful weight loss journey lost, on average, 24 pounds less than those who were prompted to think more realistically about their journey. The daydreamers of success were consistently outperformed by the realists. The conventional wisdom of visualize to succeed fails because it ignores the most crucial component of any achievement: obstacles. Success in the real world is not a smooth, linear path from desire to outcome. It is a messy, unpredictable, and often brutal process of problem solving. It requires grit, resilience, and an almost obsessive focus on overcoming the hurdles that will inevitably appear. Positive visualization, in its popular form, encourages a dangerous form of escapism. It invites you to mentally leapfrog over the messy middle. You're daydreaming about the finish line without ever considering the rocky terrain, the treacherous river, or the sheer exhaustion you will face along the way. This creates a massive gap between expectation and reality. When a person steeped in positive fantasy encounters their first significant obstacle, the shock can be paralyzing. Their mental preparation was for the glory, not the grind. They weren't ready for the rejection, the failure, the tedious late nights. The dissonance between their beautiful daydream and the ugly reality of the work creates frustration and, very often, leads to quitting. The fantasy provided comfort, but it failed to build the necessary resilience. So, is all visualization useless? Absolutely not. But we've been sold a dangerously incomplete version of it. The deeper truth is that effective mental rehearsal isn't about fantasizing about the outcome. It's about preparing for the process. This brings us to a much more powerful and reality-based technique, also researched by Gabriele Oettingen, called mental contrasting. Mental contrasting is a two-part process. First, you do exactly what the gurus tell you to do. Vividly imagine your desired outcome. Picture that successful business, that healthy body, that finished novel. Allow yourself to feel the positive emotions associated with it. This is the wish and the outcome. It's important because it clarifies your goal and solidifies your motivation. But then, and this is the crucial step that changes everything, you immediately pivot. You identify the single most significant obstacle standing in your way. What is the internal barrier? Is it your habit of procrastination, your fear of public speaking, your lack of knowledge in a key area? You must confront it head-on in your mind. Finally, you create a plan, an if-then plan. If this obstacle arises, then I will take this specific action. This is not idle daydreaming. This is strategic rehearsal. You're not just fantasizing about success. You're preparing your brain for the fight. You are mentally mapping the journey, obstacles and all. This process does something remarkable. It takes the energy generated by your positive vision and channels it into a concrete, actionable plan for overcoming the inevitable challenges. Instead of tricking your brain into a state of premature satisfaction, you are energizing it for the effort to come. Studies on mental contrasting show that it significantly increases goal commitment and actual achievement, precisely because it bridges the gap between our dreams and the reality of the work required to get there. So, the next time someone tells you to just visualize your success, remember that this is only half the story, and it's the less important half. Purely fantasizing about the finish line can be a form of mental self-sabotage, draining you of the very energy you need to run the race. The real power isn't in daydreaming of a frictionless victory, but in mentally preparing for a difficult journey. The truth is, success isn't about attracting a perfect future. It's about building the resilience to navigate an imperfect reality. If this different perspective gave you something valuable to think about, please hit the like button. It tells me that this kind of content is what you want to see. For more videos that challenge conventional wisdom and explore deeper truths, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And now, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below. What is your personal experience with visualization? Have you ever felt that it demotivated you? Or have you found a way to make it work? Let's start a real discussion. Finally, suggest a common quote or a piece of popular advice that you'd like me to deconstruct in a future video. I'm always looking for the next piece of conventional wisdom to turn upside down. Thank you for watching. Now go and prepare for the obstacles.